Hi folks, this is Ron Marlowe here with Wired For You. This morning I'm going to teach you how to make a pin out of wire. Okay, I'm going to make this with sterling silver. We're going to make it half hard wire and it's square. Start off by measuring out enough for a name. We're going to go with a short name here since we're just going to show a pin. Here's about 12-13 inches of wire. Always start off by cleaning it. Okay. There we go. Just make that wire. Also, you want to if you put a little pressure with your thumb, you can force the direction of the wire. And if you want to, you can kind of straighten it up here. All right. All right. Now, let's make a simple little name. What would be nice? Let's go with Sue. Okay. Start by leaving a section of the wire just long enough here. Now, we're not making a bail clasp. We're making a pin. So, let's start by making the Susan part. We'll make Sue here. I'm sorry, I keep changing the name of it, but it's all right. And I'm going to fast forward through this little name part here in a moment, but if you have not learned how to make the letters, it is a nice way to get into wire bending, and you can make a nice little amount of money if you do street fairs, something like that. So there's just a capital letter S. There's this a real simple, quick little Sue. And what we want to do here at this point is to make let's call it a flange or section for the wire to go into as a pin. All right. Bend the wire directly back, straight off the back of the name. And then you want to make a little J hook. Don't make it very big. All right. A little hook inside like so. Shows she's bent on a curve. I'll make sure that camera focuses there. There we go. Can you see that? There you go. I'm going to take my hand out and make sure it focuses clearly for you. There we go. Now, then we bend it back again around itself. And again, we've got this type of a formation here. I don't know if you can see that well, but there's a good image of it. All right, now we're going to bend it back forward, and it'll look like a little protruding J off the back. All right, there's the Sue part, and now we're going to take it off to the side. Take it straight out. So it's like you're continuing the name. All right, let's do something a little different here. We'll grab hold of the pin vise. We'll tighten it up a little bit. If you don't know how to use pin vise, I do have a couple videos on it. It's very simple. Put the square wire in the vise. Grab one end with a flat nose instrument, flat nose pliers, or your chain nose pliers, which I have here. And you can roll this on your leg if you want, but I'll do it in front of you on the camera here. It's much quicker on the leg. Okay. When you're making the pins, make sure you put a good tight bead on it. Don't put it so tight that it breaks the wire. So there, now I've got a spiraled wire and a Sue on the end. We'll open this up, and we're going to put a few clouds on this. All right, so here we go. We're going to take the Sue letter over. I think the E is a little low, so I'm going to raise it up. Here we go, just a little better. Now notice it's got a little loop-de-loop here. All right, you want to connect it somewhere, and in between the S and the U would be fine. This one's so short it really doesn't matter. Okay, down here at the bottom of Sue, I'm going to make a little heart. Just a little one. We folded the letters, or folded the wire up. Grab a round nose plier and go around there. Make you a little, tiny little heart. All right. Make sure she stays underneath there. Fold it forward, or backwards in this case, I'm sorry. And over to the left. Now we still got the little bitty heart right there. All right, make your top of your heart and spin this off. Okay, now here's what we got so far. We've got the SU, we've got the clasp area, we've got a little heart underneath, and we're going to now take this section here, that is the top half of the S, and we're going to fold it straight back. All right, so there's the SU with the heart under it, the clasp here, and we're bringing this wire straight and directly back. Okay, now the next step is to spiral this particular wire in. Here we go. Inward. Okay, now we're going to keep spiraling this wire in until we've created a little spring in there. So you see you've got a little spring pattern. And if you take this spring pattern and you slip it underneath of your clasp on the opposite side. Now you may have to align it a little bit. It's easier with longer names, but here we go. So then we slip this little pin section right underneath there. All right. Still have to finish it up a little bit. Got this wire here to do. But now we've got the pin set. Let's pop it back out of there. Oop. Got to adjust it a little bit. Make it just the way you want it. Make sure that it has a good little pop to it. There we go. Now, let's finish off this section over here. Make a tight pull in. All right. You want to over push it so that it catches on the far side of the S and kind of shapes a hump forward into the other portion of it. Here, I'm pushing it. There we go. You may still have to do it some more afterwards. Curve it inward and clamp that down right in between that little spring you made and the top of the S. Okay. So here, a buddy of mine used to call these clouds. He made clouds on his pins. Still got to put a sharp point on this. Slip it back into its place. Figure about how much wire it would take to create a tip. All right, we'll just put about 1/4 of an inch in there. Now unhook it, and this is where you bring in a couple different files. This is the one I like to work with, but I've pretty much wore it out. It's got a little tiny edge on it, and with about 20 little cuts, you will create. Here, I'm going to use the bigger one. It's got a better edge right now. I used to count them at 22. If you go around each edge, if you're using round wire, it's easier in this sense to make a sharp point. Okay. Just run that file on there and create a little edge. Look for, if you're using square wire, try to hit the hard edges off. All right. I think I'm starting to get a nice little point. Refine it until you're happy with it. See if it's sharp. It certainly is. Here, let's grab the cloth that we're working with. We'll take this tablecloth. Here, we'll slip the SU right through it. We'll grab the opposite side. And now you can see it's a pin. Cool. Simple little way to do it. Create a spring on one side and a little clasp on the other one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this or learned something, please hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it.